New this morning, an overnight crash and shooting in Pueblo County sent 3 people to the hospital, including a deputy. This started at the intersection of Highway 96 and 32nd Lane. Police say that they contacted a suspicious vehicle around 11:30 last night, and that's when they say the driver of that car drove into a sheriff's deputy's patrol car and shots were fired. Police chased the car west on Highway 96 toward Pueblo. They performed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's car to roll over. The 23-year-old driver and the passenger, as well as a Pueblo County deputy, were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators have not said who fired the shots or if anyone was hit. The Pueblo Police Department is in charge of this investigation.
An update now to some news we first broke at 6. The fire burning 2 homes on Conejos, southeast of Sloan Lake, is now under control. Denver Fire shared some new pictures on social media of crews working on the fire. Right now, they're looking for hot spots to make sure the fire doesn't spark back up. Denver Fire says this happened at a house that's either under construction or renovation. The fire did reach the home next door because of all that heat. No one was hurt.
New this morning, Aurora police need any information that you might have about a shooting around 1 o'clock this morning. They say a man was shot in the leg while walking down Colfax near Moline. Police say that the victim did not say whether the shot came from a car or another person walking, and they also do not have any suspect information. The person shot was taken to the hospital. We're working to find out his condition as of this morning. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is listed at the bottom of your screen. It is 720-913-7867.
New this morning, as we learn new details about a road rage incident along I-70 in Havana earlier this month, we're also digging into some new data concerning just how often these cases happen in our state. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is near the area of the latest case of road rage. Brianna, CSP says they respond to a lot of cases like this.
Officials say hundreds of road rage cases happen every single year here in Denver. So here's some stats from Colorado State Patrol. We know back in 2023, CSP says 54% of the calls were for road rage. In 2024, that number went up slightly to 56%, more than 30,000 calls. Officials say some of the road rage cases end with crashes, homicide, even assaults. The most recent happened earlier this month, actually, and it involved 2 drivers who were charged with aggravated assault. Police say one of them threw something at another car. The other driver got out while on the highway, walked up to the driver and hit them before going back to his car and speeding away. It all started along eastbound I-70 and Havana Street. Both drivers were arrested after crashing near Peoria. But let's talk about some of the counties with the worst road rage here in the state of Colorado. According to Colorado State Patrol, Douglas and Jefferson County are at the top of the list. And you guys, there was a survey that came out that said Colorado was the worst road rage and it ranked number 3. Last year we were at number 4, so we don't want to keep dropping. So if you're out on the road, just take it easy and try not to engage. For now, I'm here in Denver. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
All right, Brianna, thank you. Well, this morning, a state legislator, is interested in closing a legal loophole that allowed the ATF to use Loveland Police license plate tracking cameras to run searches for ICE. Loveland Police uses flock license plate reading cameras to solve crimes. Earlier this year, they gave the ATF access to their account, and then in late April, an agent identified in an audit only by the name A Bro began running searches in the system for ICE. Colorado state law limits how local law enforcement can work with immigration agents, but the ATF says that the searches were part of investigations of violent offenders, and Colorado law does allow information sharing if it's part of a criminal investigation.
I know they think they followed the law, and I think there might be some gray area in the law. When it doesn't make sense is when you see ATF has done a search for ICE, because we know that ICE enforcement is civil. And in Colorado, under our state law, it is not a crime to be undocumented.
Democratic State Senator Janice Marchman, who you just heard from there, who represents Loveland, wants to look at creating legislation to prevent data from being misused and better monitor what is being accessed. Loveland PD says it is still allowing the ATF to use its account.
Some Denver City Council members want more options for contracting out work at the city's homeless shelters. Earlier this week, they approved a $4.5 million contract extension with the Salvation Army to run the Crossroads Men's Shelter on 29th. That was despite unverified claims of misconduct brought up during the meeting. The contract includes payment for work that's already been done this year, along with additional work for the rest of the year. Councilmember Chantel Lewis asked it to be split into 2. one for payment on work that's already happened, and another for an agreement to continue.
We should, as a city, be moving to performance-based contracts so that we don't have to ask that question. We know because we would base that on performance, and then you would be able to be paid based on performance.
The City Council will consider contract extensions with Salvation Army for 3 other shelters and their Connection Center, which directs people to available shelter.
A spot for military personnel to rest and recharge at Denver International Airport is getting a makeover. The CEO of DIA and the United Service Organization's regional president held a ribbon cutting for that space yesterday. The lounge is relocating to a larger spot in the airport with the help of Delta Airlines. It serves around 148,000 people each year. Now the new lounge is going to support even more U.S. military members and their families. They say it will include comfortable areas to relax, free Wi-Fi, snacks, and a gaming center.
But the USO has always been just a wonderful, wonderful haven for military, soldiers, sailors, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, and their families.
Washington says that this is the first of several steps that the airport's going to take as they hope to accommodate more travelers over the next 20 years.
Today, people can go to a workshop to help families get ready for wildfire season. A veteran-led disaster response group will host a free wildfire preparedness workshop. It'll be today for people who live in Denver. It's from 5:30 to 6:30. It'll offer practical tips on how to protect your home and your family from wildfire threats. For more details on the workshop, visit 9news.com.
Solar panels may provide a helping hand when it comes to growing plants in Colorado's grasslands, according to some researchers at CSU. The panels move around as the day goes on to capture the sun. That leaves some shadows on the ground, which actually helps give the plants a break from the hot sun, and it keeps some of the water in the soil from evaporating, ultimately allowing those plants to grow more. Researchers say that while they understand solar panels are an eyesore for a lot of people, the devices have a lot of potential benefits.
We could certainly generate electricity, we know that. Can we benefit the grassland underneath? And can we benefit the animals that graze the grassland underneath? If we can solve that puzzle and do it in a way, that helps clean up our atmosphere and reduces potential climate change, it seems like it's a very worthwhile way to go.
Researchers say that solar panels may not have quite as many benefits in wetter areas of the country, but they say here, this research could actually pave the way to improving the design and implementation of solar panels.